My name is Peter Magda, and this is how I began skateboarding. So the first time I ever picked up a skateboard was when I was 10, and when I was 13, before I actually did get into skateboarding, like starting to learn tricks or whatever. When I was 10, I went to Toys R Us and got a Power Rangers skateboard. And at the time, I didn't know how to ride or whatever. I just got the skateboard just because it looked cool, and I just wanted to just it's just something I wanted, and I don't know why. It just looked cool, and I just wanted to try it. But I didn't really get into it. I was just like running around, kinda barely. And then 3 years later, when I was 13, I had to pick up my friend from karate lessons. I saw his skateboard in his room, and I asked his mom, "Can I take it with me?" And that's when I tried to start doing like little manuals. So I would like try and keep my front nose up in the air, but I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't know what skateboarding was. So that was like the second time that I ever picked up a skateboard. And then 2 years later, in 2012, and I know the exact month, July, that's when I started to get into it. So one day I was going to the park, just playing tag or whatever. Some kid that I always play with brought in a skateboard, and he's like, "Yeah, I got this board, you should try this trick." And it was the trick where you put your feet under your board and you jump up and you hop over and you jump on, and it just flips over and just land on the board. And I was scared of doing it, and I felt like I was gonna bust my ass. But the moment I landed it, it felt like so cool, and it was like something that skateboarding gives you. I don't know how to describe it. The moment that happened, I was like, I want to keep skating. I want to keep skating. And my friend was like, "You got to get your own board, man. You can't keep using my board. I want to skate too." So the moment he said that, I was like, "All right, I'm going on Amazon and I'm buying a board." The first board I ever had, I still have it. It's this Powell Peralta Gold Dragon. I don't know if it's actually Powell Peralta, but um, it was a complete. The trucks and the wheels, I just scrapped them for whatever reason. It was probably because I broke them or something. And this is the first board I ever had, and this is the board I started to learn all my tricks. So the first week, I was so obsessed with just ollieing. I would wake up at like 10, 11, go to the park, and I was only skating flat ground. I was not skating anything else. I was just skating flat ground, and I was just focused on ollieing, and I just kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it. And in a week, I just learned it. So then I started going to front 180s, and I also started meeting a lot more different people. I started meeting different skaters in my block, and they were like, "Yeah, we should skate or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." They were 2 years younger than me, and this was 2012. We just started skating, and then we left the park I was usually going to, and we went to IS5, which is like the part that I just dropped recently, where it has the two blocks and a whole bunch of flat ground. And for the next 2 years, all I was doing was skating flat. And my goal during those 2 years when I was skating flat ground was to get all my flat ground tricks unlocked. So my first kickflip I did was 9 or 10 months into skateboarding, and it wasn't like I was doing it consistently. I was just trying to flick it and just trying to see if I learned it. And one of my friends was telling me the best way to learn kickflips was to flick and make sure your front foot catches, and eventually you're gonna catch the board. And I remember my first kickflip. I was actually skating in a school playground. All I was doing was going from playground to playground. It was either a school or just like another playground, like the public parks playground. And I was just doing trying to do flat ground. And the first kickflip I ever did, I actually landed both feet with on my tail. So I would like land it, and then both feet would just be like that. So that was the first kickflip I remember landing. But during those 2 years when I was going to IS5, I was trying to just focus on flat ground, so trying to get all my 180s. So front 180, back 180, pop shove, front shove, kickflip, heel flip. And basically I learned all those due to Braille, because I was watching a lot of their videos, and I didn't know like what skateboarding was, and that's when it clicked. Like, I need to learn the basics so I could understand it. So that was like the first year or so that I had to learn the fundamentals, and next 2 years I was still skating there often, but I was trying to go to different parks or whatever. I had to start learning the flip trick variations of each of those. So I'd have to learn frontside flip, backside flip, varial flip, hard flip, tray flip. That's the variation, and then I also have to do the heel flip version. I wasn't as good as heel flips, but I still wanted to learn it. So I would have to learn frontside heel, backside heel, varial heel, inward heel, laser. Even though I didn't learn laser that well, I barely got lasers. I barely got them now. So varial heel was like the last. And then I'd have to do the nollie version, switch version, and fakie version of all those tricks. And that was my goal for the next year. So 2014, 2015, I was starting to film for a video part, and I was hanging out with some people. I was going to different skate parks. That's when I was trying to like get out of skating just flat ground and ice 5. I was trying to go to different skate parks so I could meet different people, and I could just try to do something new, not just skate flat ground all day. So that's when I started to film for a video part, and it was called Sweet Tooth, and that was a name that one of the people I knew came up with, and we were supposed to work on it all together, but all I did was steal it and just did it myself. And I asked them to come out, they wouldn't come out, so I was just filming by myself. It was 2014, 2015, I had to start filming for the part. So for the next 2 years I was just filming, going to different spots, hanging out with different people. And once I got all the clips I wanted and the song I wanted, that's when I put it all together, edited it, and put it out to YouTube. And I also met a lot of different people during that time, and a lot of them were good friends or are good friends. So 2016 I graduated high school, 2017 my video part dropped, 2018 I started full-time work and going to school, and that's when everything starts to click that you don't have that much time in skateboarding as you wish you had, because the moment you stop skating as often, that's when you start losing all your tricks. And so the only tricks I really thought about keeping were just kickflip, nollie flip, tray flip, nollie tray, varial flip, nollie varial. Those are the tricks that I want to keep, and that's the tricks I always practice, because now that I'm working all the time, I don't have the same time to go out and skate every day. I only have like an hour or two to skate and just do what I gotta do and then leave. And also the weekends, if I have to do family stuff or whatever, go to the store, grocery shopping, whatever, that's also taking time from my skate time, because I have more priorities than what skateboarding is. So now, whenever I go to a spot or if I'm trying to film something, I just have to go straight for a trick. I can't be doing like 180s or whatever. Just go for the big spin or go for the whatever you want to do. Don't do a kick flip. If you want to do a backside flip, go for the backside flip. I can't be wasting time trying a trick when I'm trying to do something else. So 2018 till now, I'm usually just focused on skateboarding and YouTube, or I won't say skateboarding, just like skateboarding to get tricks and clips that I want, of tricks that I haven't done before, and focus on YouTube so I could just make edits for people that I know and edits for me, and try to upload weekly. Every Sunday upload a video. If sometimes I miss one, but I just try to keep everything consistent and try to learn something new. And I just dropped my IS5 part, which was me skating 4 years of IS5 and all the clips that I got skating those drops. And honestly, that's like the first 4 years of my skate career. Like, I won't say career, but me skateboarding. That's like the first 4 years of me skateboarding. And honestly, some of those tricks I can't believe I even landed. Like, From July 2012, which was the day that I first started skateboarding, which was when I was 14, to now, which has been or is about to be 8 years. So I've been skateboarding for 8 years, and this is what I had to show for it. The memories that I had with skateboarding, and I know definitely will have more memories, but those were like the golden years where everyone would just go to high school. After high school, they would just come out of school and we'd all skate. But now that time is changing, and now each of us have more priorities in our life. We're not going to be doing the same thing as we were before. We'd just be going out on holidays or whatever, just trying to skate. And I'm just saying that you have a limited amount of time in skateboarding to hang out with your friends and get all the clips you can, and you should cherish those times. In the end, when you grow up and whatever, you're going to be going back to those memories and being like, I can't believe I did that. And you could say that you did do that. So that's all I'm saying. That's my story from 2012 to 2020.